Hey, what's going on? Charlie here from Christmas on Crestline. Doing things a little bit different this week. Thought I would get in here and do a quick live for you folks and kind of an impromptu. I'm going to start making these Monday lives a little bit more um, regular. Thought I'd just kind of touch up on a couple of things here this week. First of all, for those of you who will be watching this later, when you watch it live, and I can go over here and you comment on the live chat. I'll show you just kind of a blanketed one that StreamYard uses, and I can highlight your comment. How cool is that? And put it down in the stream. So that's kind of an example of what I can do with comments and things. See here. So wanted to talk about what I did last weekend, and I'll get here in a second to kind of how this all correlates. Last weekend, my wife and I and about 7 or 8 of my old college chums went down to Fort Worth to the AAC basketball tournament that was supposed to happen. Didn't happen. This coronavirus has kind of taken over. We stayed and enjoyed the weekend and did some fun things. We went on my wife and I are fans of bourbon and rye and things of the whiskey trade. So we had our first endeavor to the Texas Whiskey Trail, which was pretty neat. Got turned on to that by Bart and Scott over at the Scotch Test Dummies and brought back some gifts for them. But one thing that kind of taught me is that we kind of came to a realization that things are a little bit different right now. And how's that going to affect us, us as a Christmas tuber, you as a Christmas fan? How's that going to affect us going throughout the year? One thing it did not affect was the Christmas World Expo or Christmas World Convention in Frankfort every year. And they already had theirs, so that's not going to affect them at all. They have theirs the last weekend of January, first weekend of February type of thing. Next year for 2021, they already have their dates scheduled from January 29th to February 2nd. It's a 3-day event, and that is more of a buyer-to-buyer thing. So that is the who's who worldwide of Christmas light things. So that kind of, they've already had theirs. That's not going to affect them at all. What it is going to affect is this coming weekend's TransWorld Halloween and Attraction Show. This was supposed to be in St. Louis, and I was actually going to go to this. I didn't say anything about that in any of my videos because it was going to be kind of a hi, how you doing? Here I am. And I was just going to dive into all these live shows. And at the end of the day, I was going to do another live show about what I learned that day. It was going to be a fun thing. Very neat. They do a lot of cool things at that convention. They have like a bingo night, which I've never played bingo in my life, but I'm like, cool, I'll give it a whirl. But they have a lot of cool mixers and things. They try to be interactive with all their guests and everything else. And they want it to be interactive with camaraderie as it is for our Christmas light show. What they kind of specialize in is a little bit of everything. They do Halloween. They do they do escape rooms. They do haunted attractions. They do Christmas community, and they kind of tie everything all into one. Whereas Christmas Expo and Christmas World are kind of dedicated towards the Christmas light tubers, Christmas light animators. But that got postponed. Their official release said, we consider members of the Halloween, haunted attraction, escape room, and Christmas communities to be part of the TransWorld family. We've all been under a great deal of stress, wondering whether the show will take place as originally scheduled. This is a tough time for all of us. Unfortunately, due to the rapidly changing environment surrounding COVID-19, we are postponing the TransWorld shows and are working closely with America's Center, that's where it's going to be held at, to find alternate dates this spring to host our events. As you might imagine, there are a million moving parts to the show this size, and we are working around the clock to figure out what comes next. As soon as we have confirmed information, we will share it with you. Thank you for your patience. But that's kind of what their release was. And that's pretty much everybody. Oh, we got Haley coming on saying, hi, how you doing? How's it going, Miss Haley? Good to see you on the show. And since Haley's on here, I'll tell you when you come on live with us. I'll talk about you a little bit. Now, Haley is big on what's called TikTok, and where I'll do this show. I'll have, I think my biggest one right now is about my biggest video is probably my Kansas City Chiefs one, and that I think it just topped 30,000. Haley says she should be in Paris right now. Haley's on TikTok and she has millions of views. So check her out on TikTok. Haley, what's your handle on TikTok? I assume they have a handle. Haley is also supposed to be in Paris right now. Her trip got canceled due to this coronavirus extravaganza thing. So yeah, she should be in Paris right now. Let's see here. Haley tells me to stop it. That's funny. One thing, but let's get back to what I was talking about here. How's that affect Christmas Expo? Well, Christmas Expo right now is still on. They have not canceled anything. They did send out an email to those of us that are pre-registered and say, hey, right now we're still going on. If for any reason they decide to cancel, they already said they'll give out a full refund. So, and that was one thing when we were in Fort Worth this week, the AAC, actually Wichita State called me, and because that's who we got our tickets through, because we're from Wichita. Said, hey, we're going to give you a full refund. So right now, everybody's giving out refunds left and right. So there's that. So right now, I don't really have to worry about anything. I'm really looking forward to Christmas Expo. We'll kind of see how that goes. Let's see what else here. AC Tournament, Christmas. So for our Patreon guys, one thing we're probably going to do, and I talked about this last week, was Bill's idea, who also goes by WTF213. He suggested we get away from our challenge coins and our mugs and stuff and kind of get towards a custom-built Christmas ornament made out of brass or some sort of metal. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. But for the point of today's video, today's live is, let me type this banner in here real quick. We're going to talk about converting sequencing songs. So next week's video, we're actually going to do 2 videos this week, so it's going to be this week's video. Later this week, and today's video is going to be the Monday video, obviously. And then I'm going to start our series about how to program a Christmas light song, a song for Christmas light show, rather. So I'm going to show you, the first video is going to be how do you get a song off the internet, get it to where you can use it. How do you get that into an MP3 format? It's very easy. I'm going to show you a free way. There's a million different places you can go to pay for one. I'm going to show you how to do it for free. And also, while I'm looking at my picture and my camera, I'm still having problems getting my 4K camera to connect. Now, StreamYard, who we're using on here, does not yet have they're maxed out at 720p. So here pretty soon they'll have it in 1080 and then eventually 4K. But right now 720p, so that's why it looks bad or not a great photograph, is because it's not great right now. Let's see here, Mason Play His Stuff says, what's up? What's up, Mason? You having fun today? And what are you out doing? Let me know. So that's going to be our first video next week or later this week rather, is how do you take a song off of YouTube and convert that into MP3. It's very, very easy, very fun to do. And it takes about 30 seconds max. Also, I need some suggestions on what to program. What song do you guys want me to sequence for next week's song? So I might actually have to push that back 2 weeks to put on suggestions. I got a ton on Facebook. So if you folks are on Facebook that are watching this live, I'm not certain if you're able to. Yeah, Haley's commenting on Facebook. So it looks like it's coming through on Facebook just fine. So yeah, you folks on Facebook gave me a lot of suggestions. Appreciate that. Keep them coming. It is hard with string lights to do Metallica, any heavy metal, but ballads are easy. And I'll probably do an easy one. Maybe Kane Brown. I don't know. But I want to do a song that's decently popular that people will be interested in learning and programming, and stay to the second and third video of sequencing, because it's going to be a series, at least 3 parts, more than likely 3 to 5. But that'll come out later this week. So Mason, good to see you out doing stuff today. Haley, who reminded us she should be in Paris right now. So that does suck that she's not in Paris. And then Mason says hi to everybody. So again, I'm going to start making these kind of a regular thing each and every week as much as I can. Probably do several lives a week. So make sure you turn on your notifications. If you're one of my YouTube subscribers, appreciate that. But do turn on the notifications. Right now, I think I have still under 1,000 subscribers so far, about 962, I believe. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so we can hit that 1,000. And also, we need to start hitting notifications. And the reason why it's the bell where you hit notifications is because when I do lives, you get a notification that I'm getting ready to come on. Otherwise, you don't get a chance to have your comments highlighted like Mason does. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day since Haley is sulking. She should be in Paris right now. That's about it for today. I will see you guys next Monday. Boom. Christmas on Crestline. So I'm Charlie. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you later now. Yep. That's going to do it, I believe. Let's see here. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you later now.